Narcissists don't just want control, they want to dim your light, stifle your brilliance, and destroy your potential. Let me show you exactly how they beat the intelligence out of you.
Had to hop over fences and climb up the ladder to get what I want, bitch. I'm just getting better. They tried to tell me I would never be shit. Look at me now, body built like a brick. Sleep all you want, but I'm chasing my dreams. Everything I do is fucking supreme. Came from the hood, ain't shit sweet about me.
Hola, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deity, Princey. Let's hop right into the video today. BEAT is an acronym that I have came up with to explain how narcissists attempt to stifle your intelligence. I'm going to give you a short story. 2 years ago, when I was finishing up my master's degree in my dual program, living on campus, my internship was an hour from campus, and I would have to travel there without pay, without any type of resources. So I was having a very hard time, and I was in survival mode because all I wanted was to make it to that finish line to get that degree so I can provide some type of security for myself. And I had a supervisor who was very narcissistic. We were therapists as well. So we had a client who was 13 years old. She would try to make me get him to like admit that he was gay, and it felt very uncomfortable because it's like he's 13 years old. So she would try to like belittle our clients. In the midst of her doing this, she even said things to me like, oh, you don't have any integrity. And this put me on like a whirlwind of just confusion and fear, and just didn't know what to do, didn't know how to stand up for myself, because I'm like, I need her to sign off for my papers so I can graduate. And now she's just being narcissistic. But it was the universe testing me, and I did not step up, but I did because I'm using it as an example now. But at that moment, I was very much just afraid. When you have intelligence, when you have creative energy, when you have emotional intelligence, this scares narcissists. When you are a different being, this is a threat to their character. By me being a vegan, she was very much intimidated by me, and I didn't realize how powerful I was in this moment and during this time period. But these things scare them off. And I'm going to tell you how they try to beat the intelligence out of you. B stands for belittle you. Narcissists will try to diminish your accomplishments. They will dismiss you. My supervisor would tell me, like I told you, I have no integrity. That would make me ruminate and think like, wait, I'm about to step into a whole field where I'm responsible for people. So they already try to get in your head to downplay you before you even get to where as though you want to be. And this is very important to recognize, because inside of the word beat, they try to beat the intelligence out of you. They're simply belittling you by using sarcasm, right? They're being very sarcastic. And they really try to downplay your intelligence. They try to downplay your intellect and make you feel as though you don't know what you're talking about. By me being a vegan, I would always go to the vegan restaurant in Philly. Shout out to them. What is the name of it? It was called Veganish. So I would go there and get vegan chicken, right? And she would say, oh, that's not chicken. She just would make comments all the time, when it's like, I can't help what the menu says, and this is a whole different lifestyle. And it's very intelligent for a person to actually say, you know what, let me give this a try. So for me to show up, and she's 20 years older than me, for me to be this reflection of, wow, like, you're young, you're doing it on your own, no family, oh my God, let me try to break her down. So they will try to belittle you with sarcasm and downplay your intelligence. The E stands for erasing your experience and your existence. Narcissists will try to gaslight however you're feeling, whatever you're going through. They will invalidate you and make you question yourself. And during this time, as I told you guys, I was an intern, and I'm like on edge to graduate, and I just had all these. I was literally stressed the fuck out because I lived on campus. I was in a homeless program. So once graduation comes, I had to figure out where the fuck am I going to go. So I was literally in fight, freeze, and fawn. I was not myself at all because there was so much happening. And this is how they will gaslight you, because during that time, I even mentioned to her, like, hey, like, I really don't need this extra tension. Like, I'm just trying to get to what I got to do. And then the gaslight would come. Oh, you're not ready for this. You don't know what you're doing. And it was so frustrating for me. And I have another example of this, right? On my way to my internship one morning, one rising, she was on a plane and I'm like, hey, where's my assignments? And she was just like, I am on a plane. I am on a plane. And I'm just like, this is crazy. And at that time, you guys, I never got on a plane before. And now I've been on a plane multiple times, of course. Within 2 years, a lot can happen within 2 years. This is why I always tell you to heal. Go within. Because 2 years ago, I was afraid to speak up and stand up for myself when it comes to anything connected to my paycheck, to my degree, to me sustaining a life for myself. I was afraid to just be who the fuck I am right now. And I wish I knew what I knew now, but that's why I'm telling you guys this. The A stands for assault you. Narcissists will do their best to assault you, whether that's physical, emotional, verbal, and psychological. They will do their best to assault you, to abuse you. If you have abusive parents, they physically assaulted you and did all the above. You have an abusive, a narcissistic boss, teachers, okay, any of your friends, they're going to do other tactics. Or in a relationship, domestic violence, they're going to assault you in some shape, form, or fashion to break you down even further. And you know, those are threats, yelling at you, just trying to take away things from you, using consequences and rewards. This is exactly what my supervisor would do. And it honestly was just a replay of my childhood. You know, once I healed and I realized what was going on, my supervisor was the exact reflection of my egg donor. And in that moment, I was put back into my inner child space, and I did not know how to speak up for myself and defend myself, even though there was no physical abuse. That's what my inner child was used to, but it was the emotional aggression and the threats and the fact that, okay, so if I don't get these hours, what am I going to do? Because the school is not going to house me here. When it's time to graduate, you get evicted off of campus. Now, the T inside of beat, the narcissist will try to beat the intelligence out of you. The T is taking your time and natural resources. A narcissist will drain you emotionally. They will use you, and they will continue to use you until you have nothing left. My supervisor, the same story that I'm using for an example, because I was her intern for about a year. And it was even to a point where she had me driving her around to fix her car and take her here and pick up her daughter. And I'm just like, I'm not getting paid at all for this internship. But again, I was doing these things because all I wanted was like, please just sign my paper. And if you are in school right now, I don't care where you're at, I want you to know you have power. You have power. I didn't know how much power I had if I had just spoke up to my school. I could have easily switched my internship. I could have easily never dealt with that woman again. But again, I was so caught up in survival mode. I was so caught up in I need to get this degree. I need this master's degree to finish and complete, so I'll never be homeless again, so I'll never be destitute again. That's all I would think about, was the fact that I cannot be homeless, okay? I cannot live in my car, okay? I've slept in my car before. I cannot do that again. Because I was so people pleasing, it was so easy for her to exploit my kindness. It was so easy for her to get me to, she also had like a daycare too on the side of us doing our therapy at the internship, which was connected to my school. And this is all against ethics, all against code of ethics, okay? Fines, okay? But yeah, she had a daycare, and she would even have me come and decorate her daycare, help her clean her house. And when I did clean her house, I mean, she gave me some type of, you know, compensation far as monetary, but and then she would be like, oh no, I'm not going to give you your hours. So and then I would have to work extra just to even get the hours for school. So it was like so draining, and that's what they will do. They will take, but you have to stand up for yourself. I didn't stand up for myself. I could have had a whole different red experience if I had just stood inside of my truth and owned my voice and actually faced my demons. I was running, and which I want to make a video on this too though, because running is not necessarily a bad thing, but when you're running from yourself, I was running from my power. Not when I'm gonna do a different video, so I won't go too deep, but don't run from your own inner power. Stand in your power, speak your truth. They're not anyone above you. Okay, they're sick in the head because they don't have the light that you have. When you show up pure, people can see your energy. People can feel your energy. Energy is contagious. People are intelligent on a subconscious cellular level, even when you don't know how you know something, right? But you just know it. When a person can feel that you're a good person, they may not cognitively be able to tell, like, why is this person giving off such good vibes? But they feel it subconsciously. So you know who you are, and they know who you are, even if you don't consciously know who you are, but you subconsciously know. That's why you're walking around shining your light. Even when you don't consciously know who you are, your subconscious is doing the work for you because you're still going to act in certain ways and you might not be aware. I wasn't aware of how amazing I was. I just was so into healing. Oh, I want to lose 75 pounds on my own. My biggest was 210. Lost that 75 pounds on my own. Oh yeah, I'm about to do this dual program. Now I got 2 degrees. Like, I didn't realize how spectacular I was because I was in fear. But no matter how fearful you are, no matter what type of energy you're in, anxiety, people can still see your gift and they're like, wow, you're amazing. So this is your confirmation. You are amazing. And a narcissist will try to beat the intelligence out of you. But that's the key word. They will try. They will try until you realize the power is already in you. Psychologically, we have to sometimes see as I'm taking back my power. But the power is already there because you're taking a breath. Everything goes back down to the fact that you are taking a breath right now. This is the mere fact that everything right now is a sacrifice for this breath that you are consciously taking because you are playing a game. You are now playing the game of life. You are entertaining yourself and others. We are all here for each other. It's an ecosystem. And as always, I do have a mastermind coming up on Monday the 25th. So if you see this before Monday, is one more day to sign up. So the link is below. This is releasing parental control, and this will help you navigating with narcissists if you had narcissistic parents. And as always, stay rich and stay dangerous. Peace and darkness to you, abundant. I hope to see you at my mastermind. The investment is only $7.77. You can see that as $7,000, $777, and that's on period. I'll see you soon. Deuces.
Sleep all you want, but I'm chasing my dreams. Everything I do is fucking supreme. Came from the hood, ain't shit sweet about me.